So Fortuna came out, and it is just the worst update ever. Totally awful, didn't live up to the hype, 0 out of 10, I'm uninstalling Warframe. That's what you're all expecting, right? Now, compared to the Plains of Ylon, Fortuna's release was actually a complete success. As far as day 1 launch performance goes, I had virtually no bugs that impaired my gaming or the experience whatsoever. A couple of frame drops here and there, and the UI occasionally glitched out, but that was really about it. In the end, not a total complete buggy mess like Plains was, not by any means. But speaking of the Plains, Fortuna is not. As far as the Orb Vallis goes, there's tons of fauna, enemies, and caves to explore, and the K-Drive is so fun to do it all in. The area is nice and big and open enough to just cruise around on it, but it's also complex and full of different things to grind and do tricks off of. Fortuna itself is also a lot more interesting than Cetus by a mile. It's full of people, they're actually having little conversations with themselves, announcements. It just feels more alive. And the vendors actually got some character development. May not have been a lot, but it was enough to make me at least kind of care what happens to these people. I like that the fishing and mining is a bit more interactive. It's less throw spear at fish and scribble on rock. Although I'm kind of dreading having to farm all these new resources, at the very least it seems like it's going to be a little bit less miserable. The bounties are alright. I don't think I've seen them all yet, but so far from what I have seen, I think they're going to be a little bit repetitive. They're basically your standard kill X thing Y amount of times, protect X thing for Y amount of time, and a literal excavation mission and spy mission. Although they are repetitive, they do seem to be a lot faster than Plains bounties, so at the very least they're not going to be as annoying to do. It's probably due to the enemies that spawn a whole lot more often. I do love the fact that we can just continue doing bounties from the outside in the Orb Vallis. Having to constantly churn in your bounty inside Cetus and then just to go in and out the door 1,000 times was really annoying. Overall, Fortuna really is just a giant step in the right direction. But it's not out of the water just yet. See, Fortuna can easily turn into Plains Part 2. Just like Life of Rio and other YouTubers pointed out, Fortuna needs to have events, sustainable content, and basically just keep it going. One of the final nails in the coffin for the Plains of Ylon was how they basically just did nothing with it. It was just ghouls, ghouls, and more ghouls with the occasional plague star thrown in the mix. Fortuna will, or at the very least should, have multiple events coming at least bi-monthly. Fortuna is off to a really good start, but it can still end up being just another dead open world. D's focus right now, other than bugs and glitches of course, should be at least keeping player retention. We got a slew of new players who are just arriving from the hype. Now they gotta convince them that there's more to Warframe than just a snowy open world. So, did Fortuna flop? No, not even close. Can Fortuna flop? Absolutely, but it's all up to DE. So, let's just cross our fingers and hope they keep this going. But let me know what you all think of Fortuna right now on the Reaper Hunter. I'll catch you all later.